Greetings and welcome to the 20th episode of The Mental Millennials. I'm your host, Liz, and this is my co-host.
I'm Sequoia.
And we have a great evening prepared for you guys. We have a high-level, top-notch global keynote speaker, but no, seriously, I'm going to introduce her. Allow me to introduce Miss Karen Hinds,
That's right.
the CEO of Workplace Success Group for over 25 years, author of 5 books about success in the workplace, executive coach who transforms lives. She's a global keynote speaker across the world, Caribbean, Africa, Asia, Europe. And she's also an influential advisor to C-suite executives like herself. And last but not least, she is the CEO of the Renew Experience, which unfortunately we just missed.
Did.
But we would love for her to speak on that as well so that we can catch it next year. Mm-hmm. But please welcome Miss Karen Hinds.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you, Karen.
Yes.
You have to be a busy woman. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast.
Intentional, not busy.
Intentional.
I know, that's right.
Intentional.
Yes.
I love that.
I love that too. And which makes it even more special that you're here. You took time out of your schedule, out of all the things that you're doing to come be here with us.
Yeah, why not? You know, I'm meeting influential women as well.
Oh,
So,
yes.
That's
like
dope.
knows alike.
That's right.
Yes, I love that.
That's right.
So Miss Karen, excuse me, Karen. I know. My mom would spank me. I have a little trauma.
You know what? And she saw her mom today, so I feel like she's kind of triggered. Because she keeps missing. I'm like, all right.
Karen.
Come on now.
Yes.
You have so many hats. Can you tell us, though, how you started Workplace Success 25 years ago or over 25 years ago?
Yeah, so I was in Boston at the time and remember trying to find ways to be more engaged with the work that I was bored, to be quite honest with you. But growing up, I was always told I can speak well and figured, well, what can you do with that? My teachers always said, don't talk because you're going to get in trouble. And someone told me I can get paid for the knowledge if I teach it.
Yeah.
And I remember going to a particular organization in Boston and said, don't hire a trainer, let me volunteer for free. Oh. And they thought I had lost my mind. But they took me up on that. And after about a couple of weeks, they said, we will pay you. So I moonlighted for a while and then made the transition.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Were you working for someone? Were you working for that team?
No, I was working for another company full time.
Okay.
So they had no clue I was moonlighting. I'm sure they do now, but
right.
But I was working for another organization, and after work, I will go and teach women who are looking for ways to get back on their feet, looking for work. It was job readiness skills. That's how I got started, and helping young people really begin to look at how they can enter mostly conservative industries like financial services. So helping companies build talent pipeline.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I've always thought about ways to, I guess, monetize my knowledge in a way that benefits me as well as my client. Normally, we're still, I'm still working for the man.
You are building your foundation.
I'm building my
Your
foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karenisms. We are intentional and we're building our foundation.
We got 2 of them already. It's only been 5 minutes.
Let's see
how
tune in, guys. Get your notebooks out.
2 gems already.
Yes. So we're building our foundation. How long before you started working for yourself primarily?
So it was about, I would say, 3 years, but I didn't know how to build a business. So I made a lot of mistakes. So I remember getting my first contract and thought, yeah, I've made it. Didn't think about what happens after that contract ends.
Right.
So I found myself, left my job and then started working on my own. I was proud. I had the office in the basement. I felt like I've arrived. And then that contract ended and I wasn't thinking far ahead enough to get the next one moving in time because I didn't understand my sales cycle. So it took me a little time in the beginning to figure out how to make this work and how to do this full time. So I spent a lot of time on my basement floor crying.
Oh,
I was just gonna ask, how did you manage the emotional aspect or the fear, the emotion that comes with that? I imagine anxiety, whatever it was, I don't know, but how did you manage?
I'm from the Caribbean. I was born and raised in the Caribbean, and I came to the United States to have my American dream.
Yeah.
So for me, even though I felt the fear, it was, you need to find a way to make this work. So you can feel all the fear, all the anxiety you want. Nothing's wrong with that. That's normal. That's human. But then get up and act. So every time I found myself on the floor crying, I figured out another way to make things work. So when I found myself, I was married at the time, I got pregnant after a long time waiting, and then I was on bed rest. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do now? I can't speak. Why not write a book? You're not going anywhere. You're sitting there in the bed. So that's how my first book, Get Along, Get Ahead, came to be. So the school of thought that I come from, whenever life gives you difficulties or an obstacle, it is your job to figure out, how do I maneuver it? And how do I find the gold and the gem and the opportunities that are within it? If you focus on the anxiety and you focus on the fear, you are completely missing the lesson. So that's how I got through.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. I love that. Me, myself, I've been having anxiety just this week. And sometimes I want to give up. And I actually was planning on asking you that. I'm sure there's been moments where you've wanted to maybe give up or pull back. And I could see that obviously every single time you've pulled through.
I've pulled through. I think it's a combination. So I think for the people out there who currently are going through a difficult time, life is hard. Let's just be honest. And I think for a lot of individuals, we were taught that we should be happy and we should always seek this almost utopic feel every day. But that's not how life is. In order for you to grow, you're going to experience pain because that's part of growth. So for me, my faith has been the cornerstone in helping me get through difficult times. My ability to build relationships with people who are different from me, because every time I find myself at a place where I'm feeling frustrated or anxious or fearful, it's data. And the data is telling me I need to make a different choice. So I use that data to find new people, to read new books, to find new ways of operating and growing so I don't stay stuck, because it's telling me you need a different formula in which to survive.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm just like at a loss for words. I can't wait to watch this back, guys. Like I said, take out your notebook.
Take out your notebook.
Okay?
I know. I feel like I'm
data.
Yeah.
Telling you to do something else, putting you in a different direction. I love that.
And we get caught up in the emotional. So if you're listening, don't get caught up in the emotions. Feel the emotions, but look for what is the data telling you. And if you miss that, then you get stuck in the emotions and you miss the opportunities to grow.
One thing I tell my clients is like, don't judge yourself. Get curious, right? Get curious and give yourself grace. Yeah. Give yourself grace, because we have this tendency to beat up on ourselves. We should have, could have. We should have done it a different way. Well, that again is part of living. And if you did everything perfectly well, how boring would that be? Right. So give yourself the opportunity to grow and meet new people and try new things.
So where are you now, 25 years later, or over 25 years later? What is something that's new for you? What's your baby? Workplace success is obviously your foundation. Yes, it is. But is there anything new that you've been working on? The newest project that we have is the Renew Experience. Okay. And we did it our second year right now. And what we did was we created a space for women over a 4-day weekend. We held it at the PGA Resort. And it's a global movement where women over the last 2 years from throughout the United States, from Canada, from the Caribbean, who came here, and because they wanted a place where they can renew themselves mind, body, and soul. If you think about leadership and you think about what organizations want, we know that 75% of employees have experienced burnout. We know that companies lose $190 billion with a B dollars because of stress-related productivity loss. So with that in mind, we know for particularly women, and since the pandemic, they've experienced a disproportionate amount of stress and trauma and everything else that goes along. So we created this experience because we wanted a holistic, transformational time for women to just get together, look at everything that affects their life, but to do so in community. So the weekend is a gateway
to a year-long community movement that we're currently doing.
What are the age ranges? Are you looking for specific age ranges, specific industries?
It's across all industries. And what we're finding is we're looking for women who are serious and ready to make an investment in their own transformation. I think one of the pieces that we often find is we've been taught that everything should be quick. And if you're looking for real change, it's going to take accountability and discipline. And in this community of women, we help them with that piece. So the age range, we actually had college students who came to this one over the weekend. But we also had women in their 70s. So we had this diverse age range, but our sweet spot really is women who are working, who are trying to find ways in which to balance. They've achieved some level of success, and they're looking for ways in which they can find community and in which they could grow.
Karen, so I definitely want to sign up for the Renew.
Yeah, no, for sure. When is it?
We're doing it again next September, but why do you need to wait? We have a vibrant community of women. So first, go to our website, KarenHinds.com.
Okay.
And you'll be able to sign up, get a free copy of one of my books, except from it, Networking for a Better Position and More Profit. And then that will bring you into our system, and we'll be able to keep you abreast of all the learnings we have, all the challenges we have, and an opportunity to meet other women from across the world. So,
nice.
And then you can join us in September next year.
Yes, that is KarenHinds.com. Jumpstart.
Yes.
And we'll put it in the bio for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely. So we spoke about a little bit about the wellness. I don't know if it's a retreat or
it's an experience.
The experience.
It's an experience. Yes.
Is there any gems that you can tell us, a little preview of what we might hear?
Certainly. I think when you go to other events, people are looking for inspiration and motivation. And we're offering an opportunity to be transformed, which requires for you to be accountable and disciplined. And I think when we come together in our community, we have women who are there supporting you, supporting your goals. And what we found is a lot of high-performing women who are very successful and accomplished, they're not accustomed to having vulnerable, transparent relationships where they grow, where they're not the boss.
Right.
So how do you then lay yourself bare so you're able to take the mask off? So many of us are wearing a mask of what we think we should be and who people think we should be and how we should show up. And the real person is dying inside. So we provide a space for women to take off that mask. So we cover, first of all, we have a gala, which is really, really fun.
Yes.
So besides the fun
Love
stuff, of course, but it's also looking at what does it mean to take care of your soul? Because soul care is a non-negotiable. Our event is based on 5 pillars. So we look at making soul care a non-negotiable. We look at the importance of being active in transparent and vulnerable communities, because this is the way you learn how to lead without losing yourself.
Yeah.
We talk about building systems. I am sure for many of us, we work in organizations that have accounting systems and media systems. But when we look at our own personal lives, how often do we run it with systems?
Yeah.
Not often. So you talk about the importance of that. We also talk about looking at ways in which you can remove the limiting beliefs that restrict your growth. Because no matter how successful you are, you have to overcome those pre-programmed things that comes from trauma and comes from other places that tell you can't achieve after a while.
Right.
And we also want to make sure that we make rest a leadership priority. So our event is based on those 5 pillars, helping women to move forward.
Ooh.
I love that.
It is
I know. I'm like ready.
I'm ready.
Mad we missed it.
I know.
But again, come and join our community.
Definitely going to join the community. KarenHinds.com. I cannot wait to join that community.
Yeah.
And are you based out of South Florida?
We are, so I'm based here in South Florida, but we are a global organization.
Okay.
And I think for it doesn't matter where you live, because we're in a global community right now.
Okay.
Period.
Yes.
No matter where you are in the world.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, you can be a part of Karen Hinds community. Is there anything that you have to ask Miss?
I don't even. Am I now? Now I'm Miss Sequoia.
No.
So how are you, Miss Sequoia?
I'm good. You know what? If I'm completely transparent, I'm going through something. I had a death in my family, so it's okay. Thank you. But so I'm taking this in, but I'd be lying if I said I was like not in a weird space. But I'm okay.
Yeah. You know, thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure there are other people out there right now who are probably going through something, whether it's a passing of a loved one or something difficult. One of the things, about 7 years ago, my entire life was, I would say, it blew up. I relocated. I went through a divorce after 23 years of marriage. I came to Florida not knowing anyone. And in a lot of ways, I lost the world that I had built for myself. And I remember feeling very lost. And sometimes when you go through traumatic or very life-changing experiences, you feel lost. The thing that changed my life, I had a mentor at the time, and he challenged me to read the Bible cover to cover. And I remember I was so offended because I went into his office looking for business, and he wasn't my mentor at the time. But what I found for me, finding a spiritual grounding, for different people that looks differently, whatever it means for you. For me, it was an opportunity to read the Bible cover to cover. It gave me a grounding and a confidence and a comfort in difficult times, whether it's the passing of someone or, in my case, it was divorce and relocation in the middle of a pandemic and then losing all my business. So you went from, you go into the pandemic and you're building a business. Of course, the pandemic hit and there's nothing, nobody's hiring speakers.
Right.
So I had a multi-layered loss event, so to speak. And my faith was the one thing that kept me grounded, that kept me secure, that even though I was experiencing nights of crying, and I would say there was nights you go to bed and you cry your eyes out, you put the cucumbers on in the morning because the makeup have to go on so you can get to work. And that was the one thing. So as you go through, I'm not sure where you find your grounding, but whatever that is for you and whatever it is for the people, some people it's for walking in nature, it's yoga, it's journaling, it's prayer, it's meditation, whatever it is. In those difficult times, that is when your resilience is being built. And to find what is the thing I can hold on to remind me of the good times in spite of the loss. And that's hard. That's very hard. So,
thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I'm a little emotional, but thank you so much for sharing that.
You're so adorable.
No, I love when someone kind of affirms you, but holds you accountable. I feel like there's this soft and also tough love when it comes to you. I feel like there's no pity parties with you.
No, you can't have a pity party, but it's timed. You put the stopwatch on, and you can have a couple of pity parties because let's face it, loss is real, pain is real, grief is real, regret is real, guilt and embarrassment and shame, those are all real. But it's recognizing that you can give yourself space to feel those emotions without guilt or shame, but then give yourself enough grace and forgive yourself. And then you look for the solutions to move on. Otherwise, we find ourselves wanting to be perfectionists. I spent many a days and weeks and months going through after my divorce, after the relocation, after losing everything, after all the traumatic things that happened, crying on my floor. Wondering, what am I going to do? But the thing that we have to remember, feel those emotions, and then you get up. And when you're not able to get up, that's why you need a community of people around you to say, I know you're not feeling very strong right now, but we're going to hold you through this period. Because there's another wave coming and joy will come back. But another difficult time is coming. So come on, let's go. Let's build you back up and let's get back out there. But give yourself that space and time to grieve and feel all the emotions without trying to rush it. Without trying to rush it. Don't rush it. It's because it's gonna come right back at you. Don't rush it.
Ooh, building yourself back up because another wave is coming.
Life is always gonna life.
That is a gem right there. Thank you so. Everything you've said. Thank you so much. I feel like we have to pay you.
Hold on, let me get an invoice here.
Hold on.
I have my accounting office.
This is a lot more than we expected.
So good.
By the way, you do not look like what you've been through.
What did I tell you about the bodybuilding competition I did?
Oh no!
Oh,
A
yes.
bodybuilding competition. I know
yes.
that's right. Tell me.
Yeah. So when I was going through, because again, you have to find what's gonna get you out of your slump, and for me, that was bodybuilding. So at 52 years old,
I know that's right.
I entered my first bodybuilding competition, walking on stage as a way to reclaim and regain who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
And encouragement for anybody out there, it's never too late.
That's right. That is,
yeah.
I mean, can you imagine Karen like a little
badass? I do. Actually, I definitely imagine a woman of many powerful hats.
I know that's right.
Is there anything else besides, we know we spoke about Renew, we spoke about workplace success. Is there anything that you're working on that you want to let us know about?
For us, those are the big things. You know, I do a lot of work with corporations and working with senior leaders around really helping leaders solidify their leadership journey, helping them to be more productive and really building their resilience. But I want to talk to the person who's listening to your podcast. Maybe it's 3:00 in the morning, or maybe it's you're feeling a bit down. For you to really remember that you're a masterpiece, you were born for greatness. And regardless of what's going on in your life, there's a moment that is right now, right here, where the world is waiting for you to step boldly into your greatness. Your refusal to do that will hinder somebody else's growth and their blessing. So as you sit and you're pondering, can you do it? My piece to you is yes, you can. For the leaders who are wondering, what am I going to do next? I'm going to challenge you to learn to lead without losing yourself. And for the person who's just looking for hope, it's okay. You will get through this and things will change.
Amen. Right, mic drop. Boop. Where can we find you? You said
Where can we
Hinds.
stalk you? No,
Of course, my YouTube channel, Karen S. Hines. So while you're done listening to this podcast, just type in Karen S. Hinds Hines and find my YouTube channel there, so you can listen to more of my videos. You know, join our mailing list so we can share with you opportunities to grow with us. And of course, you know, make sure you listen to these ladies again and again and again, because we have so many more episodes coming. Episode 20 now. And
yes.
So share it with your friends.
Yes, thank you so much. What a beautiful episode.
Amazing.
What a great 20th episode. We thank everyone who's been listening in with us, who supported us along the way. I hope that you were truly blessed by Miss Karen Hinds, excuse me. And I do hope that you go to Karen.Hinds.
KarenHinds.com.
KarenHinds.com.
Karen, we will put it in the bio for sure.
We'll put it in the bio.
Check the bio.
Great.
I'm just starstruck.
She's starstruck right now, for sure.
I think you're an amazing woman.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. Hats off to you. Thank you for being vulnerable for a moment with us and letting us know that, listen, it's not been an easy road.
Yeah.
But you're still here.
Yeah. Thank you for giving us your time, your valuable time, you know.
Thank you. Thank you for having me as your guest. And thank you to your audience for listening.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's 20 episodes, girl.
Yeah, without further ado.
Oh,
please follow, like, subscribe. You can find us at The Mental Millennials on Instagram and Sequoia.Tyler on TikTok.
Sequoia.Tyler or Liz?
Oh, sorry, Sequoia.Liz. Excuse me, that is definitely
wow.
Okay, Sequoia.Liz on TikTok. We also now are on Apple Podcast. It is also at The Mental Millennials, and I believe we'll be on Spotify podcast very soon. We'll keep you updated. But thank you so much for following us, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks for having me. Bye,
Have
everybody.
a good night.